Capt Pandian Mahadevan, Nautical Science. I'm at university. Right now, I'm going to take one of the very important chapter for officers at sea, which is keeping a safe navigational watch. So one thing very important is that officer on watch should remember that he is a master's representative, primarily responsible at all times for safe navigation of the vessel and for complying with the international regulation for preventing collision at sea. It is very important that the officer on watch keeps an efficient lookout. Officers and masters should be reminded that they have to maintain the ship always at a safe speed. Safe speed basically depends on the situation. Safe speed is actually whether it is an open sea or whether you are in restricted visibility or whether you are in heavy traffic area. Depending on the situation, the safe speed should be decided. That is the speed at which the ship can be stopped at a safe distance without having a collision or accident, grounding or anything. The vessel's engine are always at the disposal of officer on watch, and he should not hesitate to use the engine if necessary. But before using, he has to inform the engineers that he is going to use the engine, because they should be aware that we are going to use the engine. Okay. The officer on watch should know the handling characteristics of the vessel. He should know the stopping distance, the turning circle, what will be the handling characteristics of a ship. Every officer should know, which is always displayed on the bridge. Watchkeeper should always be alert. He should keep moving around, because according to MAIB, they say that when you keep sitting and doing watch in the AC room, particularly in the AC room, there is a possibility of you falling asleep. So it is always advised that you keep moving around up and down. They should be always free of, when you are on watch, you should be free of drugs. You should not have taken any medication, because medications have clipping effect. You should not be under the influence of alcohol or narcotics. It is very important that the officer on watch should be free of drugs or any prescription when he is on watch. The officer on watch should not leave the bridge unless he is relieved by another officer. He should continue to be responsible for the watch even though the master is present on the bridge. So just because a master comes doesn't mean that, because once you are on the bridge, you are the officer on watch, you are the representative. Master has to say that he has taken over the watch. Unless he says that just because he comes on the bridge doesn't mean he is taken over the watch. He has to specify you that he has taken over the watch. Okay. In case of any doubt or any clarification you want regarding the watch, you can always inform the master. Continue to be responsible for watch even though the pilot is there. The pilot is just, he knows the area, situation, the tide and current and everything, but he doesn't know the ship's characteristics. You are, as an officer on watch, you are well fluent with the vessel's characteristics. So just because a pilot comes, you still remain in charge of watch. In case a pilot is making some mistake or something, you are doubting his action, then you should ask the pilot for an explanation. If you are not satisfied with the explanation given by the pilot, then you should inform the master that there is a doubt. Okay, and you can always take control of because you are the representative of the master, you can always take control of the ship. Wait for the master to come to decide what is in the sea. Now, remember that you should not do any other duty except watchkeeping, because nowadays, a lot of distraction is there, a lot of paperwork are there and other activities are there. You should not do any other activity except for watchkeeping. There should not be any music player, CD player, personal computer. You cannot have phone with you on the bridge. These are all distraction to your watchkeeping. Okay. There should always be a qualified helmsman on the bridge to assist you for keeping a watch and taking steering. In case of emergency, you can steer steer the ship and take action. Okay. In areas of high traffic density, particularly in restricted visibility or any other dangerous, compulsorily the ship should be on hand steering. Use the radar at all times. Whether the weather is good or bad doesn't mean you should have only radar only during the bad weather or even in the good weather, because you have to check whether the radar is in good condition. Okay. Radar should be used at all circumstances because it gives any vessel or anything is coming, it gives a collision. Any collision is going to take place, it will judge for you. Okay. At sufficient intervals of time, you should put position. Suppose you are at open sea, you can put the position every 1 hour or 2 hours. But when you are near to land, it can be reduced, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, as per the master's discretion. Okay. So when you are in pilotage water, maybe even 5 minutes. When pilot is there, when you are near to berth, maybe every 5 minutes you have to cross check your position. And best means of checking position is not just by GPS. You should use other means of checking position, particularly radar and compass when you are near to land. In the open sea, you can have celestial for cross-checking your position, but when you are near to land, you should use radar or compass for fixing your position, and it should be done frequently according to the circumstances. Okay. The larger scale chart should always be used. When you are in open sea, you can use a small scale, but when you are near to land, you should always use a larger scale chart because you can get all the information. Now with the ECDISC also, you should make sure you are on the right scale, because if you are on a wrong scale and you are not aware you are on a wrong scale, many informations will not be displayed on the ECDISC chart. Okay, so you have to be on the right scale. Okay, and you should make sure that charts and publications are all updated with the latest notices to mariners. Okay, so you should always carry the latest publication. Okay, thank you very much.